Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Welcome back. This is your host, Hebot, and I'm trying to come back at you with another episode of Toys in My Closet. And today we're going to take a look at none other than the flopped version of the premium DNA Banjo Kazooie. And this is a very big figure, bigger than I actually expected and thought. And this figure is actually a $75 figure retail price, but Big Bad Toy Store was holding a 50 or 45 or 40% sale on premium DNA figures, and it just so happened they had the regular and the flocked of Banjo, and it was actually came out to like 45 and change with plus the $4 shipping, which was really good and a pretty big savings in comparison to the original retail price. So I jumped right on it because Banjo is a cool character that is now not only owned by Xbox, but is a rare classic platformer character, which never really had a proper action figure, just like they haven't done one for Torque and for characters like, Arrow the Acrobat or even Conquer, which I hope someday someone will. But onto, the actual review of this actual piece. It's a very large box. I am actually really far from it, even though it may not seem that way in the camera. And it has beautiful artwork. And then it has some artwork here on the side as we turn of, I believe it's Kazooie, right? And then in the back, it has the pieces of a puzzle, which are collectible pieces within the Banjo world. And then, of course, on this side, on this end, we have Banjo himself, which the package feels real premium and really nice. And then on the top part of the spine is the logo with the font of Banjo Kazooie, which is really great. And this is a sleeve pull-out packaging. In the bottom, you see it says, the legalese. So what we do is we'll slide this right up and take it off like so. It's a little bit tight because it has air compression in there, obviously. And once you slide it off, you can see Banjo in all of his glory in the packaging, and you see that he comes pretty stacked for the most part. He brings the figure, Kazooie in the back, a puzzle, the other half of Kazooie to form him into an entire piece, his Banjo, of course, an extra portrait head, and extra hands. So it looks really nice. I don't know if there's any other artwork in the back. Oh yeah, this is just a display of what the figure brings. The harness where it actually holds them, as you can see, where it holds Banjo and Kazooie itself in Banjo's back, and then the extra stuff it comes with. So what I would ask for you is just basically to sit back, relax, enjoy a digital drink, and let's open and unbox and take a closer look at the premium DNA Banjo Kazooie action figure from Premium DNA, right? So I hope you guys stay for the ride, and I'll see you guys in a blink of an eye. And here we go, guys. Here we have Banjo and Kazooie out of box and out of packaging. So, really quick, let's just get some stability here on this camera holder. And they look actually really awesome, and they're really big. To give you an idea of how big they are really fast, I'm going to put a McFarlane 7-inch figure next to them so you can see how big they are. You see that? Banjo's bigger than him. You see? So they're really big. It's not like they're not. They're big. They're huge. So let's start off with Kazooie, right? And he looks really cool, as you can see there. He looks like a woodpecker, kind of, right? With the nice reds and yellows, the beak. He has the actual horn that he blows on, or blows out of out of the mouth. But this is actually glued on, which I don't mind. It's okay because that's how we usually see them in the whole game. You see his eyes look really cool there, right? Zoom in on his eyes real quick. You see that? You can see the pink in the tongue. The little nose red on the nose, or orange. The red on yellow blending in on the top of his mohawk, on the feathers. And, you know, he has some type of like articulation on the wings, which is nice. And it feels nice and tight for the most part. Colored really well. The blending on the chest of the yellow with the red. In the back as well, as you can see on his tail. The same thing. Looks really, really good. And then in his legs, of course, he has some type of articulation as well, movement. And he has some movement on his waist, because you can actually detach him, and that's when you put him on back, in the back of Banjo's sash or book bag or whatever you want to call it. And he has some really cute painting on his, on his pigeon toes or pigeon feet or whatever you want to call it, in brown. So there is a look at Kazooie, and we'll put him back here. And he's not flocked, by the way, and this is the flocked edition. It's just they only flocked Banjo himself. I guess it would have been awesome if they would have flocked Kazooie as well, but I think we're already getting a big amount of product quality here for a low price, if you ask me, in my personal opinion. And of course, here we have Banjo himself. Really cool, really nice looking, big baby blues with big snout nose there. Wait, you can squeeze it. His freckles on the side, and this portrait comes with this big fat dookie smile. Has the little orange inside the ears, and you can see it's completely flocked. You see it all over his arms, his chest. Except this area in the chest is like an orangey kind of beige. And then you see his trunks are nice and plasticky, with the big belt buckle, with the silver and black. And then you got that banana yellow. And then his hands are actually bare, as you can see as well. They're bare. Got a nice little sheen to it. And you can see that it has that hyper flocking all the way in the back as well, the flocking. Going down to his legs and his feet, the back of his legs, the back of his foot. And you have some there as well. And then his foot are painted black, his toe nails, and then with the blending of the beige and kind of like orange on his skin. Then he has his cool, necklace with the tooth, which probably looks like a tooth of an animal he must have conquered at some point and beat and defeated. And and he looked kind of brolic. I'm not gonna lie, Banjo looks brolic. He looks like, he kind of looks like Arnold. He looked pretty cockeyed if you look at him. He's like, yeah, you see? He looks awesome. And he looks really good. He looks really, really good. So now let's take a quick look and take a pause, and we'll take a quick look at his accessories or whatever extra he came with. So give me 1 second, we'll be right back. All right, guys, and here I am. Here are the accessories he comes with, and we'll start off with his two hands. And these are open hands, like I guess like he's gonna slap somebody or climb somewhere, which they look really neat. And those are the pegs, pretty nice and thick, even though they're not long, which I don't know if that'll be a problem, but there you have it. And then here's his other portrait. And this portrait is really nice. It comes with the closed mouth. I don't know which one's the better one. I think maybe the closed mouth is more representative of him in the game, but I'm not really sure yet. But it looks exactly the same. Yes, it is flocked. So we'll go from there. And moving right along, we have the piece of the puzzle, which these are the things he collects in the game. I believe it's currency. So you can buy stuff, which is really nicely done. Nice plastic, a nice gold color and sheen. Then he brings his backpack, nice and plain, but nice blue, where you can open up from the bottom here to unplug and then plug them in to put it on his back. And then he brings an extra piece like this, where you can pop it right off. So you can pop Banjo there, or Kazooie rather, and this is a separate piece that you can just put on here. As you can see, it has a nice tight fit, but it works and looks great. And then lastly, but certainly not least, his iconic banjo, which he doesn't use it in the game as a weapon, but whenever you see like the menu screen or the pause screen, they do show him playing, and it looks really nicely painted and nice plastic with silvers, beige, and browns, looking really great. And then the golds here on the very end, which looks fantastic. And then the back is kind of flat, but there you have it, guys. There is Banjo's accessories. Now let's take a closer look at Banjo's articulation. All right, guys, and here we are. Here is Banjo. Let's take a closer look at him and his articulation. So we'll start off with his head, which definitely moves. Let's see. Let's bring this up just a tight back. Up. His head moves left and right. It goes up that much, down that much, and it has just slightly a tilt, not too much, barely there. His hand goes up that much, and remember, this is a big beefy figure, so it feels a little weird, and his hands go up just a little bit, and his elbow not too much. His wrists move completely, and then they swivel in and out. His upper torso area moves all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and it rotates really well. And then on the waist, nothing. Then moving here onto his legs, he has waist on, thigh swivel on both, and then he has a single on the legs, and then in the bottom, his foot goes up and down. And it has, 4-pin rocker. And it's the same for this side as well. So, he has a nice amount of articulation for being a big, beefy figure. But he's beefy, he's big. And he looks so good, so adorable at the same time. Because, it's Banjo. People, it's Banjo. Let's see. Banjo. It's Banjo. So anyway, we're going to move right along now. And what we'll do is we'll start putting the accessories on Banjo. What do you think about that? Sounds good, right? So let's do it. Let's do it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in his, his wonderful backpack, which you can plug into his back like so, in this plug hole right here in the back. Right there, and then lift up his arms, and then plug these in right here so it can hold the backpack. And so, like I was saying, we'll put the strap on him on this side as well. Lift up the arm, and we'll put this side like so. And then to give him the final look with Kazooie, we'll bring in Kazooie. We'll pop this out of here, right? Like so. And of course, we don't want that crazy. And then pop Kazooie here into the bag, like so. There we go. And then you can move Kazooie in different directions. Man, this is really, really a great figure. And let me put on maybe his actual Banjo. See if he can hold it really fast. I guess I would hold it. He would hold it like this, like so. Because he's being naughty, exposing my display, as always, being a dickhead. But that's okay. Then put his hand this way here. Okay, so we'll put his hands here, and then put the other hand holding the band. Ooh, that felt like it was gonna crack. Holy crap. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And then holding the Banjo here. His hands are so big It's hard to... Holy mother of God. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Come on, Banjo. Cooperate, Papa. Cooperate. Here we go. Put it on his hand. There we go. All right. Oh, popped out. Give me 1 second. So here we go, guys. I had a little bit of difficulty because it's really kind of tough because of the fact that the joints don't expand as much because he's so bulky. But there it is. There it is. Here's Banjo with all of his accessories looking fantabulous. And like I said, since I started this whole review, Kazooie's been trying to expose my setup because he's a little bastard. But that's okay. It is what it is. He looks fantastic. This is definitely a piece that would catch people's attention on your shelf. And he's so big and bulky. I hope I can find a place to put him because he's a fabulous piece that deserves to be displayed, to be honest. He looks great. He looks fantastic. And again, like I said, maybe it's not for everybody, but it is a nice piece. And I think, you'll have a lot of fun with him as soon as you figure out how you want to display him or what you want to do with him. So there it is, guys. There is my review, overlook, unboxing of the premium DNA Banjo Kazooie action figure. And he is about, I would say, a good, maybe, I'm gonna say he's about a good, let's say, probably a good 8-inch. Matter of fact, before I leave, I'm gonna compare him to one of his menacing competitors. I'll be right back. There you go, guys, and here we have it. The trifecta. Crash, Spyro, and Banjo. The best thing about it is they're all owned by Microsoft now, so sorry, Sony. No more owning these two, but they never owned them to begin with. That's the God honest truth. But it's cool to see them here in figure form. Now I just need her from Jim and whoever else they decide to make, like Conquer. Oh, premium DNA does one. I know they're doing some based off the Clay Fighters, which is probably going to be dope. But you see that Banjo stands tall, really, really big, reigns supreme as far as quality and look and presence, but looks still great nonetheless next to these two older NECA figures, which have been around for quite some time. Crash is about 10 years old. Spyro is about 7. And I've had them in my collection ever since. They so long that now they have different parents. So like I was saying, guys, this has been out for such a long time that they actually transitioned and changed parents. Before they had 2 parents, now they have 1. So I think that's funny. Either way, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, quick thumbs up if you like, quick thumbs down if you didn't like. As always, you can find me anywhere on social media down in the description below. And if you guys want to, donate anything to the channel, get showcased, or you want me to showcase like this, just hit me up on DMs and we'll work out the particulars, like where you can send it, for example. And last but certainly not least, I do have ways that you can help the channel directly, more personal, if you choose to, or if you want to, from the kindness of your heart, or because you like what I do, or just because you want to help me out because you just enjoy my content, with my PayPal and Patreon information, which is also down in the description below. But it's not mandatory, like I said. If you want to, if you don't, either way, it's still fine. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you next time on the next episode of Toys in My Closet. And for all you to continue to give me the support, thank you, because without you, my channel would not be sustained. Have fun, guys. Have fun collecting still. Remember, we're in trying times, so be considerate doing your collecting, to being considerate to others, because that's the way you got to be, so that we can all enjoy what we do and all of our hobbies. I'll see you then. Bye.